when we fell in love. Do you remember the time when we first met, girl? Remember the time when we fell in love? You remember the time? D-Rack CV, what's the deal? What is the deal? What's going on? Okay, there we go. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Test, 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 test. Palm trees in the motherfucking chat, man. Smartino, what's the deal? How y'all doing, man? I think people watching the Laker game. I know there's some shit going on the timeline with this Kendrick GNX takedown. So I want to hop on here and talk about that. I wasn't going to come in today. I was going to wait till Wednesday and Power with Tam, but I wanted to talk about this GNX takedown, and I put together some other topics, some other stuff for us to react to. But what's up? What's the deal? Wish I had a song for y'all, but I don't. I don't have a song for y'all. Oh, I should have got some tips. What's the deal, though? Palm trees in the chat, man. All right. Let's warm up the chat. Let's get into some LA news. What's going on out here? Streets been crazy lately. You know, summertime is approaching. Streets heating up. Let's see where we at. There was a shooting in Inglewood, right next to the Forum. Let's react to that.
In Inglewood, a driver is shot, leading to a crash. The mayor says it happened around 6:30 last night near the Kia Forum. A man came up to another driver's door and fired twice. The victim took off, but then crashed. He died at the scene. A passenger in the car was not hurt. Police have not released a motive, and they're still looking for the shooter. A deadly shooting in Inglewood.
All right, you would think after all the gentrification and the SoFi Stadium and the Forum reopening and being remodeled and how they redid Market Street and just all the billions and billions of dollars of business and new real estate they put in Inglewood, that we wouldn't have these sort of things still happening, but apparently they are. What I will say is, not that this excuses it, but according to the reports, the individuals were just parked in their car, sitting in the car pulled up and opened fire. Sitting in your car in LA, just posted up, is crazy. Unless you're in like a secluded parking structure or something like ducked off, shaded, but on a street, on a busy street at that, just sitting in your car in LA, that's a no-go. That's definitely a no-go. So you know you don't want to do that, because shit get tricky out here. There's that also, and this applies to me because my office is in downtown. So this next report about like damn near all the homelessness downtown and all the crackheads and shit, and I think they was kind of subbing Keem's mom. Let's check it out.
It's a daily ritual. People line up outside the nonprofit Homeless Healthcare Los Angeles. They pick up crack pipes and other drug paraphernalia and light up.
It looks very much like a government-run crack house on the sidewalk. How else can you describe this?
Throughout the day, drug dealers can be seen making a profit, selling the drugs to the people Homeless Healthcare LA is supposed to be helping. Here, you see someone connected to the nonprofit do a friendly fist bump with one of the drug dealers before going inside the building. It's a daily ritual.
LA under Karen Bass, man. Fuck Karen Bass, man. I can't stand that bitch. She does nothing for black people in LA. She gives all our resources to non-black people in LA. I'll let you guess who. And but this reporter, the reporter seemed to have like this negative connotation in her voice and delivery, almost as if she doesn't want Miss Ruby, aka Keem's mom, to be able to pick up her supplies. And I don't like that. Let Miss Ruby be able to pick up her crack pipes and supplies in peace. I'm not with that. That smacks home. Not too much, man. Not too much on Miss Ruby, man. We not doing that. Nah. That's where she get her crack pipes and her rocks at. You keep that place open. We'll pay the taxes to keep that legal crack house, trap house open. That's definitely what that is. That's crazy. The nigga that worked there went out there and fist gave a pound, man, the drug dealer. That's crazy, man. LA is scandalous. Like I said, Karen Bass, one of the worst mayors we've ever seen. Can't stand the bitch. Get her out of here. Get her out of here, please, man. All she does is allocate funds and resources to the undeserving. But the black people that been here for generations and generations, struggling, going through it, we don't get nothing. Nada. So fuck, even though she's black. So fuck her. Also, my last warm up before we get into the show's topics, palm trees in the chat, man. Whack 100 got into an incident last night at the Blueface tour stop, I believe in Oregon. Before we get to the negative part, which is the violent incident, I want to highlight the positive that Blueface is on tour. And he brought a bunch of West Coast artists with him. So let's start positively first. So it's called the Fresh Outta Love Tour. He brought Stunner Girl, OT Genesis, Compton AV, One Take J, and EKE, who has the Ghetto, who has that song. So he brought all of them on tour with him. Dates look cool for May. Well, just all of May. California, Seattle, Washington, Albuquerque, New Mexico, El Paso, Texas. Okay, we got an El Paso date, one Texas date. Okay. Some of these are clubs, some of these are halls, some of these are like Civic Center. Not really stadiums. Okay, we got a Mezcal Lounge, so it's some clubs. Okay. And then EKE, who's opening up, posted a photo of Blueface's performance. This definitely looks like a club. This ain't no stadium tour. That's a nightclub. That's what's up. Okay, they was lit in that nightclub though. Okay, they was lit in that nightclub, and even Wack posted this showing the line at one of the shows. That's a crowd. Yeah, that's dope. Congratulations.
Let's do it.
So I say all of that to say that it got ruined by the violence that took place. Because now this is the headline. Everybody, no one's talking about the actual tour and the fan engagement, the fan love, and the opening acts. Everybody's talking about Wack 100's fight.
That's why I told you move out the way.
Oh, he drew down. I didn't even realize that. The security guard up Blick. I never realized that.
I'm trying to tell you.
I thought it was far enough, but there's a fucking rotor right there, and I couldn't move it.
So that guy right there that he first was getting into it with, this guy right here, I think that's NY Bravo. I met him a couple of times. I think he used to manage Blueface, but something personal happened between them, like with their baby mamas and shit. But that's the guy. I'm gonna start the video over. It looked like that's the guy Wack was getting into it with in the first place.
Wait till it comes down before we.
Trans 100 is funny. Trans 100 is funny. That's a good joke.
Wait till it gets down. My nigga pulled out Blick. He ain't playing.
Yo, what pulled out Blick? This don't sound like no black person talking. So look, that's Wack. I think that's Bravo. In a white Louis Vuitton sweater or whatever.
That's why I told you move out the way.
So it doesn't look like Wack actually got physical and threw hands. It looked like a yelling and pushing, shoving match. Then the security guard ups Blick, backs everyone back into the venue, gets whoever's being rowdy outside the venue, does his job to the best of his ability. There are people posting stuff like, we put the beats on Wack, don't ever play with Seattle. I thought this was in Oregon now, so I don't know. Maybe I got the nights confused. I don't know. I just want to speak to this before we start the show. I think that Wack managing Blueface, not that Blueface had the furthest potential because he was never like elite lyricist or nothing, but I think that Wack managing Blueface, especially in recent years, just in general, it was never a good idea. I think it hurt Blueface's career. I think Blueface's career could have possibly went a bit further. Because like I said, nobody's talking about the tour. Nobody's talking about the fact that Blueface is bringing all these West Coast artists like Compton AV, OT Genesis, One Take J on the road with him, Stunner Girl on the road with him. The headline on every blog and Instagram page is Wack 100 fights at Blueface show. You get what I'm saying? So, and it's like it's always going to be negativity attached with Wack. So it's always going to be negativity attached to you. On top of all the bullshit Blueface just be doing with his baby mamas and the bitches and shit like that and going to jail. So it's like, it's just a shit show. And it's never about the music. It's never about the record. It's never about hip hop with Blueface and his program. It's always about the negativity and the drama. And I think that's why he's no longer an asset to the West Coast. When he first came out and he had them 8 platinum records, you know, even though I felt like he was a bad like representation of what a West Coast MC was, he still was making noise for himself. Like people knew Blueface and people knew Roddy Ricch. 2018, 2019, those were the most popping new LA rappers. Blueface, Roddy Ricch. They were making noise commercially, getting plaques. People knew them outside of LA. And then to see how both of their careers really, but especially Blueface's career got like sullied by all the Krishan Rock and going to jail and Wack 100 paperwork, snitch allegations, this, that, and the third, always, all day long. All he do is call people snitches, post their paperwork, argue on no jumper. Imagine your manager doing that. That's going to drive business away. That's going to make certain people not want to work with you, or that's going to make certain people not want to book you for shit. Just having your manager fight outside your show, this is not a good look still. So, but I don't think Blueface sits at home and like, oh, I want to be took serious as an artist. So he probably doesn't care. But if he did want to be took serious as an artist, because he does have potential, like he knows how to make a dope record. If he did want to be took serious as an artist, I don't think he could do that with Wack 100 as his manager at this point. Game fired him. Yeah, Game fired Wack because possibly it was fucking up his business. Maybe he want to be seen in a different light. It might be. It's too late though. It's too late for Game. The damage is already done. It's too late for Blueface. The damage is already done. It is what it is, man. They let Wack manage their career into where they can go outside and get some money, but it's like they don't have true commercial success any longer or critical acclaim. So it's just like people gonna pay to see them in a nightclub, and that's that. All right. As you guys know, Saturday, June 20th, we are doing a Day in LA live. Tam and I. Looking forward to that. Make sure you get your tickets at dayin.la. Could any of my mods put the link in the chat, the Eventbrite link, or dayin.la. Compton AV, 310 Baby, J Ready, Mark Lux, Siete, Asia, Ash Bash the Rapper. We're going to work on that. Logo D3, S Money will be in the building. Who else will be there? Hood Trophy Bino. I still got to get Hood Trophy Bino's flyer made up real quick. Stephen G. We just added Stephen G. I got to get Tam to make his flyer. So if you guys want to pull up, see some dope performances, see me and Tam podcast live, interview a few of these guys. We're going to have food vendors, drink vendors, hookah vendors, awful lot of cough syrup doing a whole installation. Desto Dub will be on stage passing out merch as well. Ethica will be in the building throwing out care packages into the crowd. It's going to be lit, man. Make sure you pull up. A Day in LA Live, Saturday, June 20th. Get your tickets at dayin.la. Let's get down to it. So, SpoetyFace and Doughboy, it seemed like, I just saw this clip before I made my thumbnail for today. It seemed like they got some drama going on. It seemed like SpoetyFace kind of put his hands on Doughboy, and Doughboy went flying back. Why are niggas on the Monday show always getting marked out? Let's check it out.
Spotty coming in here. Oh, what the fuck?
And he threw something at him.
You always talk to you on it. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Spotty coming in here.
Threw the gloves at him.
talk to you on it. Oh, shit. Coming in here. Oh, what the fuck?
All right, this is what I'll say. This is crazy. This is what I'll say. If this is a play, as you guys are saying in the chat, if this is a play, then nothing I'm about to say matters. If this is scripted, even though I wouldn't play along with being the victim or the punk or the weak guy in the script or the skit, whatever. But if this is a play, disregard this. Let's say this is real. Let's say this is not scripted. If this is not scripted, then Doughboy is the second host on this new version of the Monday show to get bitched out, to get marked out. Why is the Moose Girl, Moose Knuckle, or Gooch Man, whatever Flacco be calling him, and Doughboy tandem bitch made? Because why are you letting a nigga walk in there and throw gloves at you and you don't get up out your seat and you just sit there and then he comes and shoves you until the glass stand until shit start breaking and falling and tumbling and shit? Y'all both too big. Y'all are both too big to be letting niggas toss y'all around like rag dolls and disrespect y'all and throw shit at y'all. So we saw Whack 100 throw a water bottle at Moose Girl, and now we see something get thrown at Doughboy, and he's not doing anything about it. If this is real, if this is a skit, excuse me. If y'all doing Saturday Night Live in living color, cool. Even though I wouldn't play that role in the skit. I would need to be the aggressor. I'm not going to pretend like somebody just marked me out for $150 or whatever they're paying y'all nowadays per episode. But if this is real, this is another L. Sacramento look bad. This is not only an L for NorCal, this is another L for that Monday show. Adam already separated himself from it, wants nothing to do with the Monday show. Moose Girl gets bitched out by Whack 100, who's like 5'4", with a big booty, according to, what's his name? Boo the comedian. He said, oh, Paru. He said that nigga 5'4" with a big booty. But then we got the other host, Doughboy, getting marked out by SpoetyFace. That nigga threw gloves at you and you stayed seated. Nigga, why didn't you get up? Fire on him. Push him back. Something. Is it more to the clip? Did they get physical or am I tripping? Is it more to the clip, chat? Like, to me, it looked like he got marked out. So you the second new Monday show host to get marked out. You and Moose Girl. Doe Girl and Moose Girl at this point. Doe Girl like Smack's girlfriend. Oh, that's funny. This is crazy. And I understand that Adam wanted to create a show that wasn't about gang members and it was like the non-affiliates, the square version, more true to No Jumper roots. But Munchie B was the third host on there today, so clearly that's not the intention anymore. So I don't know. I don't understand the direction. Is it a show where you pair a gang member with two marks that let other men physically disrespect them, or I don't know. They cut the camera. Do y'all think Doughboy fought back? If Doughboy fought back, if SpoetyFace and Doughboy fought and they fought back, I take back everything I said. But I don't see no clips of that. I'm not seeing that in the Reddit or nothing like that. Doughboy was moving sloppy off that Four Loko. I think I saw the Four Loko in the Reddit. Who the fuck still drinks Four Loko? Who the fuck still drinks Four Loko? But yeah, man, it's crazy. It is crazy. Let's watch it one more time before we move on. But yeah, like I said, I think this might be the new tandem at No Jumper. Doe Girl and Moose Girl.
Hey, blood, come on, nigga. You always talk to you on it.
Stand up. There you go. Oh, he just tossed you like a rag doll. You too big.
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, blood, come on, nigga. You always talk to you on it. Oh, shit.
Should have swung on him as soon as he did I would have rose up.
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, blood, come on, nigga. You always talk to you on it.
Look at Munchie. Hey, blood. Yeah, I almost put a hole in the wall.
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, blood, come on.
Hey, they gotta stay out that front room. That front room got bad luck for them. Niggas get marked out in that front room. Moose Girl, now Doe. Y'all getting marked out in that front room, man. Y'all need to go back to the news area. Y'all need to take it back to the newsroom. No wonder he fell back in that seat like that off the Loco. Yeah, that's crazy. Doughboy went to rehab for nothing. That's crazy. Sat him down. That's funny as fuck, man. Y'all funny, man. This too much. I I don't know. Like I said, it could be a skit. You can't put nothing past No Jumper. This could be scripted. If this is scripted, I mean no offense. If you outside of you letting somebody pay you $150 to look like a bitch on camera, if this is a script, get your money. But if this is real, and SpoetyFace really came there and marked you out like that, and you haven't fought him yet, I now lose respect for the other side of the table. First, I lost respect for Moose Girl for letting Wack throw a bottle at him and call his mama a bitch and lunge at him and disrespect him verbally and physically. And all he said was he gonna call 911. Got 911 on speed down, nigga. You're not even a nigga. But now I'm losing respect I've lost respect for the other side of the table because SpoetyFace threw something at you, the gloves, and, no pun intended, and you feel me, shoved you into like a glass, what do y'all want to call that? Bookshelf, shelf, casing, whatever you want to call that shit. And glass shattered and all kind of shit, and you didn't just immediately start taking off on a nigga, which means you scared of the nigga. So unless y'all went outside immediately after that and fought, which I'll retract this statement if that happened, but unless that happened, I lost respect for Doe Girl. Doe Girl loses my respect. They getting that promo for the fight. Again, if this is a script, if this is a skit, if this is scripted, if this is a play, everything I'm saying is null and void. If this is a play. But if this is real, I've lost respect for Doe Girl. I look at Doe Girl the same way I look at Moose Girl. Powerpuff Twins. That's what it's given. Because why are y'all as a tandem, as co-hosts, both allowing other men to disrespect you in that room? What is it about that front studio at No Jumper, that front room where they film Whacking Adams show and the Tuesday show and now the Monday show? What is it about that front room that bring out the bitching niggas, that bring out the hoeing niggas, that bring out the marking niggas? What is it? Do y'all need to change the feng shui or plant a money tree or something? Like, what the fuck is it? Y'all need some, what's that shit called? Burn some sage in that motherfucker or something? What the fuck is going on? Why do y'all keep getting bitched out in that room? There's other places to get bitched out up there. Why you keep getting bitched out in that front room? That's crazy. That is crazy. Adam playing Don King, man. All right, y'all say it's a play. The chat is saying it's a play. We're going to move on. They don't think this is real. I think it's real. I think birds of a feather flock together, and I think Moose Girl and Doe Girl are both bitch made and both like to let niggas bitch them out on camera. But if y'all think it's a play, I'll roll with it. If y'all think it's a play, y'all said it's a play, we're going to say it's a play. In other news, over the weekend, Munchie B, I don't know what's going on with Munchie, but Munchie B posted some old paperwork / charges from the late, great Nipsey Hussle. And it had some troubling things on there. I have heard rumors of this before, and I guess there's an interview out there where Nipsey addresses it. I haven't seen it, but in the comments of this post. But let's check it out, because Munchie posted this over the weekend. Let's see. So Munchie, y'all can't see this. Goodness gracious. Let me read it from my phone. Well, where the fuck is my phone? Here it is. Let me read this from my phone because y'all can't see it. It's not showing up big enough on the screen. So Munchie B says, well, he didn't put a caption. He just posted the paperwork. So the paperwork shows Ermias Joseph Ashton. How do you say Nipsey's name? Ashtadam? That. 3 charge statutes. 1, sexual intercourse with a minor. ERP over 21, victim under 16. The second one is lewd act on dependent on adult by caretaker with force. And the third one is possesses firearm, felon, or addict. And so for the first 2 charges, the unlawful sexual intercourse with minor, ERP over 21, victim under 16, motion to dismiss submitted to time of sentence at February 27, 2008. So that got dismissed. And the second charge, the lewd act on dependent on adult by caretaker with force, also motion to dismiss submitted to time of sentence on that same date. So the first 2 charges got dismissed. So he was only he plead out, certified plead to possession of firearm, felon, or addict. So that leads me to ask, why is Munchie be posting this? Because the charges, which were terrible or heinous, both the lewd act towards minor and the other one, were both, dismissed. The only one that he pled out to was the possession of a firearm. Then this blog, West Coast Gang Wars, the blog that Flacco said offered to let him buy it. But Flacco said he didn't want to buy it because people going to think he was running it the whole time. I'm not going to lie. If you've ever been on this West Coast Gang Wars page, it seems, I'm stuttering like Flacco. It seems like Flacco. Like the captions give Flacco. So like this one, some past charges relating to Rolling 60's own Nipsey Hussle have service. One of the charges include him playing on a field where the grass is barely even growing, with eye and fire emojis. So you get what I'm saying? Like that's why you would think this is Flacco. So Flacco said he didn't buy this page because people gonna think it was him the whole time. I don't know why these things are being posted. Obviously for clicks, but it's like Nipsey is dead, so he can't defend himself. I would need to go find the interview because in the comments under this post, people are like, oh, he's already addressed this in the interview. He already explained what happened. Woo, woo, woo. I've never seen that interview. Somebody in the chat asks, wonder why Munchie has so much hatred for Nipsey to this day. To my knowledge, I'm speaking frankly here. My first time ever hearing the whole Munchie B peanut butter booty narrative, that whole story, was on Twitter from Nipsey Hussle. Believe it or not. That's why I tell people Nipsey wasn't always this super refined, hip-hop mogul, positive, role model, visionary, prolific person. I remember growing up in Inglewood, I remember Nipsey used to diss people from Inglewood with certain words. We couldn't play his music. When I was going across your middle school, you had to sneak and listen to his music. And people would be like, oh, his music hard, but you can't play it out loud. It'll start fights. It'll start all type of commotions. You couldn't openly walk around Inglewood playing Nipsey's music. He was very disrespectful towards a lot of people in Inglewood in his music, like with gang disses and whatnot, as well as on social media. So my first time hearing about the peanut butter narrative was from Nipsey Hussle. I remember one morning we all was on Twitter and Nipsey was going off about something and he just said something about y'all homies be getting what with peanut butter in their butt when they in jail, and then everybody was saying it was. So that's my first time hearing that narrative. So when you ask why does Munchie B hate Nipsey so much, I would assume it's because Nipsey, who's supposed at the time he either was still signed or just left Epic Records. So you got this artist that signed to this major label, Epic Records. It got songs on the radio. He had Feeling Myself with Lloyd and Hussle in the House. He's on MTV. He's doing MTV's coming to the hood doing interviews. Like he's getting all this major love. Yet he's still on Twitter tweeting about what Munchie is saying is a false narrative or is a fake story. It's fake news. It's cap. So I would assume maybe that's why, even though Nipsey's been deceased for what? 6-7 years now. Munchie still is expressing disdain because when I'm watching Munchie's story yesterday and I see him post these old charges against Nipsey, then I go look and see that 2 of the lewd, heinous, disgusting charges were dismissed, and the only one that stuck was him pleading out to the gun possession. I'm like, dang, yeah, I feel you. Like you really must not like this nigga, and he's deceased. Like he's gone. There's no get back to get. He's gone. So yeah. Again, I wish Nipsey was here to, not just Nipsey. I don't like when people when somebody's deceased, they can't really defend their honor. So any allegation made against a deceased person, it's hard to stick because they're not here to defend themselves, especially when the allegations, when it took to court or whatever, got dismissed. So there's that. But yeah, for years I've been privy to the Munchie B versus Nipsey Hussle thing. They definitely were enemies. They definitely were ops. Nipsey definitely was disrespectful towards Munchie B on Twitter. I will definitely say that. Even when he was already having some success as a signed rapper, he was very disrespectful towards Munchie B. So I understand the disdain and the malice that Munchie has for him, but not as a friend. I wouldn't say I'm Munchie's like friend. I've only met him a couple times, but as someone who knows Munchie, I do wish that he could move past it, because at the end of the day, Nipsey's not here to defend himself. So there's that. Bullets ain't got no name. Volumes 1 through 3. Yeah, 2 and 3 was fire. Palm trees in the chat, man. So let's react. Somebody in the chat said they liked the pod the other day with Flacco. Thank you. I don't want to do it live again. I didn't like the fact that we did it live. I prefer to do the Flacco show, the Recoil podcast, that you guys call it, pre-recorded. Flacco and I use this thing called Riverside that he introduced me to. And so when we did the pre-record for the first episode, it came out, the quality was good. But when we did the live, when we went live with it, it was hella blurry and just, it looked fucked up. I didn't like the angles or nothing. So me and Flacco's podcast, the Recoil podcast, if that's our title, will not be live. It's going to be a pre-recorded thing we film once a week over Zoom or over Riverside. And then we upload it and do a collab. Because even when we do it live, it can't even do a collab. So there's that. But speaking of Flacco, shout out to Flacco Sita. He did a video destroying Moose Knuckle, a.k.a. Moose Girl, a.k.a. Gooch Man, as he calls him. And I'm going to go pull that up. And hopefully Flacco doesn't flag me. Okay. Do you remember the time when we fell in love? So it says, this is bad. No Jumper has an even bigger problem on their hands after today. I love how he didn't give that hoe any attention in the thumbnail or title. Let's see, my timestamp is 3:55.
The No Jumper situation is getting dire, and at this point, I'm starting to feel really bad for Adam 22 because he got tricked, he got fooled, he got bamboozled. Adam recently expressed he wanted to get away and pivot away from all the gang content and get back to doing hip-hop, politics, and general news. So he started this Monday show so he could talk about podcasting, politics, hip-hop, general news, and he brought on a specific host that he thought could help him talk about these things. See, the most important thing that Adam expressed to myself and others is that he just wanted to bring on somebody who was normal. Just a normal human being without severe character flaws who could just podcast. And this dude that Adam brought on did a very good job at pretending to be a normal human being. The guy that Adam brought on to help him with this new mission is Gooch Man. Get it, Gooch, because he's ass. Alright, bro. So Gooch Man was supposed to be the normal employee and killed you. You went from dissing to playing victim. Those were the comments on his own channel. The No Jumper comment section is even worse to him. They despise him, and he brought it upon himself. If you go to any comments on any No Jumper video, you will see comments like this about him. Yo, how is Dejon more of a man than Gooch? You know it's all bad when people think Dejon is more of a man than you. Gooch like 10 pounds lighter than Dejon talking weight. All right? Dejon on Goose knucklehead. Dejon went off, bro. Gooch is weird. Adam, fire dude.
Facts.
Gooch is too emotional. He corny as F, calling someone fat while he looking like Humpty Dumpty. All right? People absolutely Gooch is a professional victim. Hope Gooch sees these comments and how no one's F with him. Now, you might think these comments is harsh. That's why I'm here. I'm here to tell you these comments are not harsh enough. The reason why people despise Adam's new experiment and views on his channel
will never be filled because you're a failed podcaster, a failed media member. Nobody cares about them weak-ass articles you offer Complex. You get 50 viewers on your ass stream.
He's making fun of it.
We got 123 live viewers right now, more than Moose has ever had on his channel. But shout out to everybody in the chat, palm trees in the chat. Let's go, Flacco.
Another content creator getting 50 live viewers. Meanwhile, on his last live stream, he was live streaming for 2 hours to 22 people.
Ooh! Ooh!
Don't ever speak about me, my boy. We're not in the same planet of content creators, and I'm finna show you.
All right, let's pause it here. Shout out to Flacco for doing the math. One, this morbidly obese individual was calling me fat. Was sitting on the No Jumper News couch calling me fat, but has a pot, beer belly, rolls, look like a Pillsbury Doughboy, or however you say that in Spanish. How do you say biscuit in Spanish? I don't know. Bisquete? Isn't that steak? Anywho, let's compare the views. Let's go down the list. So, this is from last week, the show, even though we've got more views than that now. But from last week episode with Tam, after 2 days, we was at 2.3. After 1 day, his latest live was at 662 views. Then I did one by myself. I did the Saturday school stream, 2.4 after a week. He was at 1.2 after 2 days. I got 3.8 with Tam the week before, after a week, and 8 days after his show with Ricky and old boy. They had 2.6. So we're doing better than them than him and his people at every juncture. But he said I only have 55 live viewers. So not only are you fat, a bitch, hypocritical, but you're also a blatant liar. But let's keep letting Flacco cook him. I ain't got to cook you.
The person who viewership he's making fun of averages more than double what he averages. Dejon averages anywhere between 3,500 to 4,000 plus. Goochman averages between 700 to about 1.5, 2,000. So Dejon does double his viewership, but Goochman is making fun of Dejon. Now, Dejon is not on a platform with 4 million subscribers every day. Goochman is, and Goochman viewership is still abysmal. But this dude will talk as if he's like the biggest podcaster in the world, as if he's on a level of academics and Charlamagne the God. And you would think so because he can't stop talking about how much better he is than everybody else.
We'll leave it there. So Flacco cooked them. Almost got 100,000 on his channel, cooking Moose Girl. Really moving forward, I don't really have too much more to say about him. He said I only get 55 live viewers. That's cap. I get more live viewers than you. I do more views than you. Got more subscribers than you. Got more Instagram followers than you. Got more sponsors than you. You don't have any sponsors. I don't turn down fades on the street when people walk up to me asking for a fade. I saw you get marked out over the weekend on Reddit. It's really no comparison. You said I'm an evil, mean-spirited person. I agree. I'm 100% that. You're 100% correct there with that. But everything else you said was inaccurate and a lie. And so there's that. Unless you want to fight me, bitch, which you don't, you might want to keep my name out your mouth. But if you keep popping it about me, just know I know where No Jumper is. I've been there before. I'll get in my car. I'll drive an hour away, pull up, wait for you to come outside and beat your ass. Or I'll bang on the door and have Mikey open the door and come inside and beat your ass during a live show. So keep popping it. And you'll be getting touched the same way Doughboy just got touched and didn't do nothing. Or the same way Wack threw a water bottle at you and you didn't do nothing. Keep playing with me. I'm that type of crazy. And I don't care about you calling the police. My pops will bail me out. So go ahead and call them after I beat that ass, bitch. Stop bringing me and Tam up. Especially the Tam. Bring up Tam again and that's your ass. I'm driving up to No Jumper to beat your ass. Screen record this, bitch. Anywho, hit that like button. Palm trees in the chat, man. SpoetyFace did a reaction. This is my first time making it to SpoetyFace's page. I must have really marked this nigga out. I must have really marked Moose Girl out because SpoetyFace did his first Dejon Paul reaction. I was pleasantly surprised by this. Oh, what's my time stamp?
I appreciate anybody that comes.
320. Shout out to SpoetyFace.
But shit, when you see execs that see that type of shit, ain't nobody gonna rock with you. That's a dirty spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's nasty shit. No matter how far it goes. Because they say, oh, you're gay, haha. Oh, you got a dead dad. Like, you know, fuck you. It's like, bro, that's crazy as fuck.
Kind of like I see Wack 100 take this approach on what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, if they call him gay, and he said that you have a dead father, if they disrespecting him, telling him he's gay, which is the truth. And you can't speak the truth. There's nothing wrong with telling the truth or speaking the truth, but you also got to be able to handle the truth as well. If you have a dead father, I mean, it doesn't make two wrongs don't make a right, but if you turn around and say you have a dead dad, you do have a dead dad, I mean, it's the same truth. So I mean,
let me react to that. I agree with SpoetyFace there. If you call me a F word or a mook or any type of gay slur and I talk about your dead father or your crack whore mother, even Stevens, if you don't feel like it's even Stevens, do something about it. I feel like it's even Stevens. I'm the one who got called the gay slurs. So I'm going to react how I want to. I've been disrespected, so I can say whatever disrespectful shit I want to say back. And if that's talking about your mother, talking about your father, it is what it is. It's not like I'm lying when I say XYZ's when I say Keen's father is a dead crackhead, that's a fact. When I say Keen's mother is a crack whore, those are facts. That's not lying. It's not like I'm here slandering somebody lying on you. I'm responding with accuracy. You calling me gay slurs, okay, I am gay. Now I'm going to talk about something that's going to bother you, something that's going to affect you. To me, it's even Stevens. It's fair. It's both wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying we're both wrong. It's not like, oh, you're right, I'm wrong, and it feels like, not that I care, but it feels like Moose Girl only cares about how I respond. He never once acknowledges it being wrong to call me gay slurs, which means he agrees with the gay slurs. He wants to see me call gay slurs, then he doesn't want me to respond. He wants me to laugh and smile or something like that. And I'm not a bitch like you. I'm not going to stand there while another man is disrespecting me the way that you did when whacked the water bottle at you. But I'm going to let SpoetyFace carry on. Oh, also, I like this take from SpoetyFace because now I'm starting to see like, okay, yeah, maybe he really is in the streets like he is supposedly is, because to me that's a street perspective. I don't see why these so-called, especially when I was at FMW, why are these so-called gang members and street dudes and criminals and killers and shooters and robbers and flockers and all these different things and pimps, why are y'all demonizing me for talking about somebody mama and daddy? Y'all drive around and kill people that look like you over colors and blocks y'all don't own. Y'all drive around and rob people. Y'all beat people up and jump them into your gang. Y'all recruit 14, 13, 12-year-old, 13, 14-year-old boys and make them fight each other and put them as a part of your criminal organization and condemn them to a life of prison and poverty and death and gun violence. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Me talking about somebody mama and daddy is down here compared to the actual crimes and murders and robberies and all the shit that the gang members and the pimps that sit on these podcasts do. So why am I always being demonized for talking about somebody mama and daddy after they call me F words and mooks and gay slurs? But y'all get to live a life of crime and pimping and robbery and murder and gangbanging and criminal activity, and y'all are good people? No, we all bad people. Like, what are you talking about? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. But let's keep going. My next timestamp is 6:40 for SpoetyFace.
Well, hold up. Dejon calling Moose Man a punk A, Mark A, B, Pete Patty, Boulevard walking B is crazy. And this coming from an openly gay man, an openly homosexual man talking to a talking to a heterosexual male. That's crazy.
Ahead of the sexuals.
That's crazy. Dejon Paul is turned up, bro. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about Dejon. Dejon out here, he's standing on business. At least like he seemed. Like he trying to catch all fades. He want all the smoke. He don't seem like he ducking nothing. Moose Man is not a small guy. For you to come out here and say all that and put that in the atmosphere and stuff like that, and I think Dejon Paul want he want to play ball. He want that smoke.
That's a fact. I'll beat the brakes off that hoe. A lot of people keep bringing up, oh, well, Flacco was calling you mooks too. Flacco was calling you gay slurs as well. Did I not verbally disrespect Flacco every chance I get while we was beefing? Did I not ask for Flacco's fade multiple times? Did I not talk about Flacco's brother, David Jalla, and bring that case up? Did I not disrespect Flacco's late cousin? When I found out about that, I've disrespected Flacco's family. I've been just as disrespectful that Flacco was to me. I felt I matched that disrespect, and we've squashed it and we've moved past it for the better of content and for us having a common enemy. But don't act like, oh, I just let Flacco call me gay slurs and I never said nothing disrespectful back. Go do your homework. I said heinous, disrespectful things to him. There's even a conversation of a recorded conversation between me and Flacco where I'm screaming some terrible things back at him. Just like if I go to my DMs, the last DM I got from Flacco is like, he's like, only 500 views, you bum. That's the last DM I got from Flacco on Instagram. Like, Flacco talk shit to me, I talk shit back to Flacco. Like, don't make it seem like, oh, I'm scared of Flacco or something like that. Because while I was beefing with Flacco, I called out his fade numerous times. I said Adam can set up the whole boxing match between Flacco and I feel like we could do a brand risk, all of that. So don't make it seem like that. Flacco and I squashed the beef. We talked it out on camera in front of y'all. Go watch our first video. Before we got into any TDE topics, I said, Flacco, we got to clear the air. We got to have a conversation on camera, man to man. And we talked about why we fell out, how we went from being close, being cool, to falling out. So stop the whole, oh, Dejon, you let Flacco call you gay jokes, gay slurs, and you never said nothing to him. That's an absolute lie. I was on Flacco helmet. I went off on Flacco. I was saying, how you calling me gay, but you said I had Hall of Fame recoil. Okay. Shout out to Flacco, though. Shout out to Flacco. All right. Last thing, and Hefe. Oh, no. One more clip from SpoetyFace. One more clip. 7:30. Hold on. 7:30. Oh, no, we here.
You let Whack 100 call you all type of bitches, talk about your mama, get in your face, lunge at you, throw a water bottle at you, and you didn't do nothing about it. I don't respect you as a man. So
all those is facts. I gotta agree with Dejon Paul. All those is facts. Check, and check.
Why would I want to operate like you? I don't want to be like that. I'm so glad that you have this thing for how I act. I want to act like that.
All right, shout out to SpoetyFace. I finally made it to his page. Shout out to him. Let's react to Hefe before we move off this Moose Girl topic. Hefe made a video. He don't give a fuck about nothing but what the checks say. He's reacted to my content a couple times before. I always like when he commentates. The song is hilarious. Where we at? 923.
Y'all seen it for yourself right there. Now let me say this, right? As I said before, so just with being in this pod space and you seeing people podding, you know the characters, you know who hop out there, you know who mean-spirited, you know who bad-spirited. You know what I'm saying? You know who gonna jump off the cliff, you know what I'm saying, and just throw any and everything at you. And you know, some people gonna keep it respectful, but like I said, when it's war is raw, when it's raw is war. And like I said, that's why I don't want to be entangled or participate in these social media beefs. Like, it's cool to have a little quick back and forth here and there, you know, do some little views, not nothing staged or pre, you know, because you be having dislikes generally for some of these people on here, but you know, a little back and forth is cool in here. But when it start getting slanderous and disrespect, I know for me, myself, I'm not even about to play them games because I feel like certain games is left for the street. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree. I think there are certain things that, you know, are for the street. Obviously, I grew up in the hood, so that's a part of me. That's part of who I am. That's where I hang out on the weekends. You get what I'm saying? You know, I'm still around that element. So it's going to, you know, exude here because that's who I am. That's where I grew up. That's a part of me. I'm ghetto. That's who I am. But it's like, with me, it's reactionary. I don't start shit with nobody. What did I do to Moose Girl? When Moose Girl came here, I was respectful. I was appreciative because he was filling in for Tam. Tam was away at Sundance. I didn't have a co-host. He pulled up. You know, I feel like we had a really great pod. And then I look up a few months later and you sitting on Food Community talking about I'm dirty and you think I'm a bad person and all of this different shit. But then I went back and watched my episode with Moose Man, or AK Moose Girl, and he said the contrary. He said that he feels like I'm a good person. He said, I know you're a good person. You have a good heart because nobody with a bad heart takes time to do freshman covers and platform all these rappers nobody else cares about. And how I can tell by how you take your time to do things for these artists that you have a good heart. Like, I know that deep down you have a good heart. So which one is it? In my face, you said I have a good heart. You said you prefer when I talk about hip hop and all my West Coast hip hop content. You don't like when I crash out. He did say that here, but in that same breath, he says, I know deep down you have a good heart. Then for you to turn around and sit with a bunch of non-black people on Food Community and disparage me and call me dirty and da-da-da-da-da-da, I think that speaks more to your bitch assness, because you know if you had used that dirty word with me, I would still be whooping your ass. I would be here wearing that exact same outfit 3 months later, still whooping your ass. This live was still going to be the longest stream in the history of the world. I would still be sitting here whooping your ass. I would lock that door and whoop your ass for months at a time. For months on end. It'll be an endless stream of you just getting your ass whooped. Non-stop. Of you getting your ass whooped if you use that dirty word with me. I didn't like that dirty word. Especially for you to call me dirty and only get 500 views on the clip after 2 weeks. That's crazy. That's crazy. But for sure. Palm trees in the chat, man. Let's react to this. Oh shit, I didn't get a timestamp. But there's this clip of Reason. He went on the Bootleg Kev podcast and he basically said that Kendrick Lamar picked the wrong artist to be on GNX. He picked the wrong LA rappers. Reason feel like he should have been on there. I think he said Westside Boogie, a few different names. I don't even have a clip. I got to go to the actual thing, to the actual video. Let's check it out. Bootleg Kev Reason. Here we go. No, that's the full motherfucker. Hold on. Here we go.
Artists like Shoreline Mafia, who like run the radio right now in LA.
Yep, that's a fact.
And they're big everywhere. This moment would have resulted in that sound. Best tested music.
It's like the best tested music that you can possibly have.
I was hoping that the GNX moment would have resulted in that sound becoming more
popular.
For someone outside of Kendrick.
Yeah.
Because it's like I feel like Kendrick could do whatever and
it's gonna work. Like if he made an opera album, we're gonna find a reason to like it. You get what I'm saying? Like
Country Tomorrow, everybody make it make sense. Like hell yeah.
And it's funny because like that's even with my own music. That's why I've always kind of like been kind of like give and pull with the going the LA route, because as much as I love LA music, I know that worldwide, like, it's not accepted in that type of way. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got homies in New York that hate GNX. I don't get it. For me, it's my literally second or third favorite Kendrick Lamar album, which is high for his discography. You get what I'm saying? Like, and so
it's Salas's favorite.
Like, it's Salas's favorite. You get what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to DBX TV, man. Thank you for putting the link in the
the
chat.
album.
Get your tickets to
But I
Day
say
Late
that to
Live
say,
Saturday,
like,
June
like you
20th.
said, it didn't resonate in the whole world wanting to hear our sound. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I thought that's what was gonna come though.
Yeah,
I'm not here squabble up and
yeah.
not like I'm like, yo, this shit is. It feels like, oh, this might be a real turn. But I also gotta say, a lot of artists did not deliver on the other end of that. Because I feel like the YG album that came out kind of came and went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a moment.
That's what I was just about to say. That I feel like, and I don't know what went into the process of picking the artists that were on GNX. I don't know.
Right.
But I feel like if Dot would have picked more artists that are more consistent in their art to be on there, I feel like it would have. I feel like post GNX would have went differently.
For sure.
Like if Westside Boogie was on there, and then he drops after that. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists I can name. I can go down a long list. But I feel like if he would have picked artists that are just more consistent in their business and their delivery of art and stuff like that, I feel like the post would have went a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to come back to that because he starts talking about Chike in a minute. But I agree with this conversation. And this conversation reminds me of the convo I was having, my viral conversation I was having with Daylight in the DMs that I leaked and Academics reposted and reacted to on his page, on his YouTube during his stream. Kendrick definitely picked some of the wrong LA rappers for that project. He picked rappers that, ultimately ended up crashing out or, not doing anything with the opportunity. And he also picked rappers who didn't have the best talent, in my opinion. Hit J3. Like, Hit J3 shouldn't be on the GNX album. I feel like he could have did better than Peso. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was Big Sad 1900? Blue Bus Clan was still together. Kalen for real should have been on that album. They could have put him on Dodger Blue as well. He's from Compton, technically. Like, I feel like the artists that were featured on GNX weren't the right. Westside Boogie would have smoked it. And y'all already know, I sat down with the vice president of Atlantic Records, A&R at Atlantic Records. We did a live stream. We graded 68 songs. And somehow Westside Boogie was featured on one of them. And I was like, see, this is why Kendrick don't want to work with Boogie, because he know it's some competition. I feel like Kendrick wants to work with LA rappers he can out-rap is what I'm saying. He didn't want to put Westside Boogie, Epic Must Die, Jason Cash. He didn't want to put KB Devine. He didn't want to put the lyrical miracle rappers from LA that actually fit more with his brand on that project, because they could possibly have better verses than him and outshine him, in my opinion. Matter of fact, let me find that clip. Let me find that clip of me explaining why I think we haven't got a Westside Boogie Kendrick Lamar collaboration, despite them both being a part of the Interscope family for so many years. After this, here we go. So that's gonna happen when you put Boogie on your song. That's why we don't have a Boogie Kendrick record yet.
Hold on, no, hey! Hold on, what? Did you just go to what you just say?
That's why we don't have a Boogie Kendrick record yet. Because Boogie gon'
You think he gonna what? He gonna what?
Boogie might outdo him, or Boogie might apply some pressure.
You think Westside Boogie is a better rapper than Kendrick?
I think if you put Boogie on the track with Kendrick, I think he's gonna outsnap him. Otherwise, why don't they have a record? Both been on the Interscope for years, both in the same sections, both in the same.
That take a lot of pride to say that from LA.
Hey man, it is what it is. Shout out to Punch though. That was before Punch dissed me. That was when I thought Punch, everything he said in my DMs about my commentary for the West Coast being great and the West Coast needs you keep doing your thing. How long you been doing it? Oh, where you from? Da da da. But nonetheless, yeah. Back to the Reason Bootleg Kev clip. I definitely agree with Reason here. GNX could have had some more talented and better picks from LA rappers. Some of them was dope, like the Chike feature. That works. I like the Chike feature on the project. I like using Wally on Dodger Blue. But also I would have put Kalen for real on Dodger Blue as well, because he's also from Compton, so it still would have been a melodic Compton singer. You got Wally, Siete, and Kalen for real on there. Like I said, there's no way Big Sad 1900 shouldn't have been on GNX. He's one of the hottest underground artists, up-and-coming artists on the West Coast, period. There's no reason Big Sad 1900 should not be on GNX. There's no reason Westside Boogie, Jason Cash, Reason, the lyrical rappers shouldn't have been on GNX. The ones that actually fit with Kendrick's profile shouldn't have been on there. GNX was just, it worked for Kendrick, but it didn't work for LA. It didn't work for West Coast. And I've been saying that for a long time, but it's dope to see other LA or West Coast hip hop people and rappers having this conversation. And maybe it took my leaked DMs with Daylight and academics reposting it and it being talked about on a national level all over the place. Maybe it took that to make people comfortable with having a conversation about how GNX did not work for LA rappers. So part 2 to this Reason clip is I believe he's about to start talking about how AZ Chike needs to hurry up and release this album. I believe that's what's going on here. If not, I'll fast forward to that part.
Yeah, I think obviously shout out to Peso. Peso's going crazy. Wally's going crazy.
Yep. I don't know
but
about crazy.
I feel like there's a few others. You're like,
it's like those spots could have went.
Even Lefty, Lefty.
Yeah.
Delivered a very memorable moment on that album.
For sure.
And it got a Grammy.
For sure.
But I do think I'm like, damn, it would have been nice if Zoe was on there. Or even though.
That's why you don't let white people talk about hip hop sometimes. This nigga said he wanted to hear his dusty ass Zoe Osama on a GNX album. That really would have lowered the sales of GNX, and that really would have hurt the LA rap scene, because they would have heard Tune It Up in that G-Funk. He rapped like a Mexican vato, like a lowrider vato essay nigga in the late 90s, early 2000s. They would have heard that shit and be like, oh yeah, LA still on that dusty lowrider shit. That's Bootleg Kev bad take. Zoe Osama, that's the one you pick. Somebody who's not contemporary at all, somebody who's stuck in the 90s with their sound. That's who Kendrick should have on the album? No.
I know OGZ's huge and a superstar, but he's not made it on a Kendrick album.
That's what I mean. It's
if you were to put OGZ on that album,
sound, Shoreline, you know what I'm saying? Like those type of artists, I feel like it.
Shoreline Mafia are the only artists from the pop out. Shoreline Mafia is the only artist from the pop out to go platinum since Kendrick and Tyler. The pop-out was a Juneteenth celebration, a Juneteenth event. Took place on Juneteenth. And the only LA rappers that hit that stage that night to go platinum since, subsequently, Shoreline Mafia. Do with that information what you will.
Would have resonated in the music traveling farther after GNX. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's,
I think Chike's another one. Shout out to Chike because he took
Here
it.
we go.
Chike just got to drop. Like, Chike is, I've been telling people, Chike is he's been one of my favorite West Coast.
Whatever they're
rappers for
doing
a
right
long
now with the
time.
Chike album, they're overthinking it.
Bro, I literally
just put the
when we were at your birthday party, when we were at your birthday party, I walked up to Chike and I literally, the first thing I said, whatever you think is not done, it's done.
Just put it
I
out.
said, just put it out.
I agree with that. Obviously, I feel like Chike has missed his window, missed his moment. Unless his label's about to, which they probably will, dump a bunch of marketing dollars into him this summer, and they just have a well-crafted single that's going to work no matter what time they drop it, and they drop it this summer, and it's up-tempo, and it goes crazy. I feel like other than him getting lucky, I feel like he's missed his window when you have like what people thought was the best feature on GNX and Kendrick performing it at the Super Bowl and all of that. When we see you with Pharrell at Fashion Week, when we see your buzz singles like Game Time being featured on Madden, like things like that, it's okay, this is the time to drop the project and let us pick what's the big single. Whatever we stream the most that first week or two, that's the record your label put money into, you shoot the video for, and it goes crazy. I think he's trying to do it a little bit more old school. And where it's like he comes with the big record, and once he has that big record that's really resonating and connecting, then you put out the album. The issue with that is I feel like if an artist had a breakout feature on on a megastar's album, it wouldn't take them 2 years to finally drop their record. So you know that was supposed to, the album dropped fall of 2024. Chike's album should have been out, the latest should have been out summer 2025. So we're going on, it's already May. We're going on a whole extra year. It's going on 2 years. Yeah. And I had a meeting / studio session with A&R at Chike's label, Warner Records, and he was just telling me, like, I can't say it because it was an off the record conversation, but he was telling me some of the features on there. There's some big features on there. And he's telling me what's the holdup and what's going on behind the scenes. But I'm like, man, whatever y'all got to do to expedite it and get it out, y'all got to get it out because y'all will fuck up Chike's moment. Chike was supposed to step up. Once, rest in peace Draco. Draco's gone. It was Eric for a while. Chike was supposed to step up and become the #1 LA rapper after that GNX feature and that Kendrick co-sign and being on Schoolboy Q's album, that feature run. He was supposed to step up and be the #1 LA rapper, but he hasn't done that. And, he already has so much hate. All the Draco Stink Team fans in California hate Chike for the politics. So he already has all that opposition that's not going to stream his music, that's not going to buy tickets to his shows, that's not going to buy merch, that's not going to support nothing he has going on. It's already a whole market of California West Coast hip-hop fans that dislike him over the beef he had with Draco. So you already lost them. Don't lose the people that you picked up during the GNX run, is what I'm saying. So hopefully they hurry up and drop that album. Some people are saying SpoetyFace said he got fired from No Jumper. I don't know that to be true, but if that is true, that's crazy. It's like you guys encourage the violence and encourage these toxic situations. Then when someone reacts like Suspect did with Brandon, oh, you want to fire him, but you had him on there with Brandon, knowing that there's an issue. There's an issue with Doughboy and Spotty, so why would you have them there at the same time? When something goes left, you get what I'm saying? Now y'all want to fire him? That's crazy. If that's true, because my chat be lying sometimes. All right, so this got covered on No Jumper. I got talked about on No Jumper so many times last fucking week. Even We Starving made a compilation. They talked about the Roy versus BZ2 Janky beef. I'm going to give you guys some context. Roy and BZ2 Janky have both been on my podcast. They are YN rappers. I believe they're both 18 and 19. Roy's 18, BZ's 19. Roy is the one who was here. He's the light-skinned guy from Inglewood. He said T-Flea instead of T-Fly. I clipped that up. That went viral. BZ went even more viral on his show because he said he didn't know what the Chronic and Doggy Style albums were. So both have been on the show in recent months. BZ2 Janky has that I Ain't Stutter record going crazy on TikTok with Jay Reddy. And then Roy has the Bunk Life 3 record going crazy on TikTok. So they both have like a local LA West Coast buzz record and some, you know, some buzz, but neither one of them are like household names or nothing. Neither one of them really do shows like that. Neither one of them really got their branding together just yet. But again, they're 18 and 19 years old. Somehow, some way, these two guys get into it. Now, some people are saying it's because I put out that hottest LA rappers list, and then Roy responded. Remember when he crashed out? He was dissing a bunch of people. I guess he might have mentioned Beezy's name on that IG Live. I only screen recorded 60 seconds of it, but he did like a 20-minute IG Live. He actually did 2. I'm gonna get to that. So let's check out him and BZ2 Janky arguing on IG Live last week. I meant to talk about this when Hellcat was here, but I'm like, Hellcat's not gonna know who these people are.
God gang, nigga, that was a 2-minute fight. Like that, you're showing a 30-second clip. I lost. I'm not saying what you talking about.
Listen,
you marked that on camera.
Bro, the nigga that you, bro, you have to get dead to fight. All my life, you have to get dead to fight.
I have done shit to niggas, bro.
Please send me the start of the video.
You like
Please send me the
my
start of the
homies
video.
really know you, fool. Like on a day, I was talking to TK about you, nigga. Like you're nothing, fool.
Who the fuck is TK?
You have no skits, nigga. For real.
Who the fuck is TK?
What the fuck? Like
who the fuck is TK?
Bro, TK from FMA, fool. He's from FMA and Park Village, fool. He was telling me all about you. You're nothing.
What the fuck is FMA?
Like what, fool? Like you're
what
nothing.
What the fuck is FMA?
Nothing. You're nothing, though, nigga. Like, are you not hearing me? You're nothing, nigga. You're a little ass boy. A nigga will strangle you, nigga. On my head cutting life.
You will strangle me?
You're 5'4". You're a little ass boy. Getting marked out in fucking parking lots. Roy, I promise you, from 3 years ago,
I will knock you the fuck out.
Bro, on the dead homies, if you think you getting a fade, you got something crazy coming your way.
That's how you know you can't fight?
This is crazy. One, I just chalk it up to them being young and their brains not being fully developed. But y'all are asking why is BZ covering his mouth. He said that he got into a mini bike accident, and like during one split second of the live, you can see he moves his hand and you can see his teeth are jacked the fuck up. So he's gonna need a new set of teeth because I guess he fell off a mini bike or something like that. This is coming off the heels of this back and forth. Roy's been getting whooped over the past week on the timeline ever since he dissed my list. He did that IG Live dissing Player Ways, dissing Chike, dissing Ralphie. He dissed a bunch of LA rappers that was on the list. He feels like he should be above them, so he got on IG Live talking shit. Then we started to see all these different things surface about him. So someone sent the video, tagged me in a video of him like fighting a guy, but he's like running from the person he's fighting, and he's just getting his ass whooped. And then he would just start running, and the guy beat him up some more, and he just started running. The guy in the initial video, part of the video, had to push him to like into the fight so that he would fight. So it looked like he didn't want to fight or was afraid to fight. He was running from the fade, but still getting beat up at the same time. So everybody's posting that video. So that's why BZ is getting at him like that. And then Roy is saying, well, that video is 3 years old. Then there's another photo, and remember when Roy was here, he kind of touched on it, pause. He kind of said like, oh, there's this fake photo of me with my ass out, but there's not me, it's AI. But that resurfaced over the week. There's like, I guess, some photo of him in a mirror with his booty out, taking a selfie or something. I don't know. He says it's not him. In the photo, you can see his face. You can see him wearing a Scarface hoodie, and the back of his hoodie has Scarface on it. So I don't know what kind of AI that would be, but that's what it is. And then lastly, there's a video of him what looks like fingering or having his finger up his dog's ass. But Roy is saying that it's a male dog, which doesn't make it any better, and that he was just trying to pick the dog up. But I feel like you can pick a dog up like this. You don't have to pick a dog up from their ass part. But I don't know. So basically, they're smutting Roy all over the timeline. Meanwhile, he's beefing with BZ2 Janky. Meanwhile, he's beefing with Player Waves, Ralphie the Plug, and some of the other rappers I put on the hottest LA rappers list. Long story short, No Jumper decides to cover this. Let's check it out, then I'm going to react.
A million years that Player Ways is on this list, and I'm not on the list, Pay Gotti not on the list, BMG, D-Mac, fool. Player Ways? No.
So this is, they didn't know who Roy was, which we'll talk about in a minute. So they had to go to my Instagram to figure out who Roy was. And this is him reacting to my recent hottest LA rappers list that he's not on.
No, fool. No. That's G Money's fucking right hand man, my nigga. Playerways is foul on the dead homie. That's foul, nigga. You wrong, nigga. The fuck?
I think
nigga, it's Playerways. Dejon, bro, get up here.
I've never heard of bro. And that's no disrespect to this young man. I just never heard of him. Go on YouTube. Who is this nigga? I literally don't know who this is.
Yeah, me neither.
I know who the Beezy dude is. I don't know who Roy is.
Oh, Dejon had him on this, the dude who was saying he didn't know who DJ Quick was or some shit?
Oh, that's wild.
All right, and so this is my response. Taking off Roy for a minute. This is what's wrong with West Coast hip hop media. This is why No Jumper, despite having 5 million subscribers and all these like views or whatnot, didn't make the complex list, because you have a panel full of people that are sitting on No Jumper News that aren't privy to or abreast to up and coming LA rappers. Like, I'm confused. Why do none of y'all know who Roy is? Roy got the YNs going crazy, pause. Like, all the YNs are listening to Roy's music. Maybe not now, this week, after all these allegations and the video and the picture of his butt and him fingering the dogs and all that. But prior to that, everybody, all the young niggas is talking about Roy. All the young niggas are putting Roy's music in their Instagram story notes and fucking with his music. Like, he's going crazy out here. That's why I had him on my podcast some months ago, because people kept mentioning Roy to me. So you get what I'm saying? Not saying you got to know every upcoming rapper. When you got a panel, when you got 5 No Jumper hosts sitting in a room and they like, I don't know who Roy is. It's like, dang, man. And then Ricky talking about, oh, that's the guy that y'all had on his show and he didn't know who DJ Quick is. Ricky, do you think all black people look alike or something? That's not Lil Goat D3. Lil Goat D3, the gentleman with the afro who got the Geeker record that's on radio and made it to radio now, he didn't know who DJ Quick was. Roy was the guy who said T-Flea, because instead of T-Fly, he thought T-Fly was pronounced T-Flea. BZ2 Janky is the gentleman who sat here and said he didn't know what the Chronic or what the Doggy Style albums were. And again, rappers being ignorant to shit like that is wrong, but it's not as wrong as hip-hop media people and talking into mics in front of millions of people and not keeping up with their local music scene. And then wondering why the platform doesn't make it to Complex's list. Because y'all aren't doing a proper job of covering West Coast hip-hop. You don't know who Roy is? That's crazy. Now, Suspect knew who BZ2 Janky was, thank God, but to not know who Roy is just wrong. It means you aren't keeping up with the pulse of upcoming LA rap. Now, I'm not saying that, you gotta like it. I don't like a lot of these niggas' music, but I know who they are. I can name some records from them. I can tell you who they collaborated with. You get what I'm saying? But, okay, and so if nobody outside of me know who the fuck these people are, then that's why I would be the supreme West Coast hip-hop journalist, because I'm keeping up with rappers. I bet you they can tell you what hood is beefing with what hood. I bet you that. I bet you that room can tell you, oh, this hood don't get along with that hood. I bet you they can tell you that. So if you can tell me this hood don't get along with that hood, or this podcaster wants to fight this podcaster called this person a snitch, da-da-da-da-da-da, this nigga fuck this nigga bitch. If you can tell me all this gossip and street shit and bullshit, why can't you tell me about the upcoming LA rappers such as Roy? Y'all have 5 million subscribers. That means y'all should be working harder than me. I'm confused. Y'all got more people to inform. If I have Roy on my podcast, there's no reason why y'all shouldn't know who he is. Y'all got way more resources at your hands than I do. So, I remember watching this and, people might have thought it was funny, but I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think it was funny that a room full of No Jumper hosts didn't know who one of the most talked about upcoming LA rappers was. I don't know. I didn't think that was funny. But that's me expecting West Coast hip hop journalism from No Jumper, which is a gang and street adjacent platform. So there's that. The last thing I want to talk about with Roy, because what I have to do in that IG Live where Roy and BZ2 Jacob was going back and forth, and we're going to talk about this more on Wednesday with Tam, they said, BZ like, oh, well, we got a show coming up. I'm going to beat your ass. And Roy like, I'm going to do XYZ to you when I see you. Their show is my event. So Tam and I have to make a decision. Either we got to have BZ Too Janky or have Roy. We might do a poll and let people pick. Are we going to keep Roy or keep BZ Too Janky? But one of them will be getting removed. And if we can't come to an agreement, they both will be getting removed because I do not want any violence in my daily live show. I don't need these two YNs showing up and ruining it for all the other artists, for the sponsors, for the vendors. So I promise you, Roy and BZ Too Janky will not be at my event. It will be either one or the other or neither of them. And I'm going to talk about that some more with Tam. Real quick, Roy did another IG live about my list, and he said that I'm promoting people, LA rappers with smut on their name, which is crazy because now Roy has a plethora of smut on his name. Let's check it out.
Bro, what I'm tired of, fool, I'm tired of like niggas not being from LA or niggas being marks or niggas being broke and like niggas having like all this smut on their name, fool, right? Cool, fool, or like every shit happens, bro. Shit gonna happen to you, fool, whatever. But I'm tired of y'all giving these niggas a platform acting like these the hardest niggas in the city, fool. Like, bro, I don't know if we gotta discover the other artists, fool, but that list is terrible, my nigga. There's no reason PlayerWay should be on the list, nigga. Like, on some real shit. Like, bro, come on, fool. Like, bro, this is the top 20 LA artists? Top 20? What? Oh, fool. Yeah, bro, we gotta work harder, my nigga. Hey, Nails, bro, wake up. Like, whoever the fuck rapping LA, fool, y'all gotta, come on, fool, y'all tripping, my nigga. These niggas bump, nigga. They got people with smut on their name on this list, like real smut, like smut, nigga, like smut, nigga, like bad, nigga, nigga, like damn, they did that to you, like that on the list, fool, like no.
I told Roy this personally, so I don't mind saying it here. What the fuck does anything that happens to you in the street have to do with my list, have to do with you being one of the hottest LA rappers or not? Like, I don't care if you done told, I don't care if you got robbed, I don't care if you got put off, beat up, DP. None of that has to do anything with your records. None of that has to do anything with you doing shows. None of that has anything to do with you doing merch. None of that has anything to do with you doing interviews and PR and doing rollouts. None of that has anything to do with you doing features or getting big features and stuff like that. None of that has anything to do. So I think that's idiotic and a sophomore, immature take. And I think that's one of the reasons why LA rap sucks so much is because y'all are so worried about what the streets say and not what the streams say. At the end of the day, PlayerWays has more monthly Spotify listeners than Roy. PlayerWays actually went on tour with Ralphie the Plug this year. PlayerWays actually has merch and collaborations. PlayerWays models for Awful Lot of Cough Syrup, Chief and Heavenly, Motion LA. He has a whole collaboration with the Motion LA brand, not Motion Junkie Cartel, but the other brand, Motion.LA. Like, PlayerWays is doing things to keep his name, like the RPG movement, like he has association with other artists. Roy, you kind of stand alone by yourself. You aren't affiliated with any other artists. The only interview you've ever done is here with me at a Dan LA. You don't do any shows. I've never seen you perform. You don't have a social media presence. Normally your Instagram is deactivated. When it is open, sometimes it's private. It'd be like 1 or 2 videos on there at most. There's no photos. We still don't even have a flyer for Roy for the event because he didn't have any photos. When I Google him, there's no presentable photos. There's no promo or press photos of him. So Roy hasn't even done a professional photo shoot. So I'm confused on why he thought he would be in my top 20 hottest LA rappers list. Now, if I did a 30 or 40, cool. But top 20, no way, because you don't have your shit together. Stop focusing on the smut in the street and the street elements. This is not the street business. This is the record business. This is the music industry, not the street industry. And that's my final retort to Roy. Like I said, on Wednesday, Tam and I are going to run a poll, and we're going to see are we going to keep BZ Too Janky or we're going to keep Roy, because they want to fight at my event. That's not happening. One of them got to go. One of them got to go. Gotta go. Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm not playing at all. Palm Trees in the chat, man. Can y'all keep me updated on the SpoetyFace situation? Did SpoetyFace get fired? Let me hit the Reddit up. Did SpoetyFace get fired for that situation? For putting his hands on Doughboy? Is 22 going to fire Spoety? They just asking. I don't see. Did he definitely get fired? They said he was talking shit about SpoetyFace before Spoety popped in there. Oh shit. It looked like, hold on, I gotta pull up the Reddit. Hold on, 1 second. It looked like Adam fired Tam officially. Let's try to react. Hold on. Matter of fact, I could do it like this. Browser. No jumper, Reddit. Hold on, bear with me, you guys. Hold on. Like, why do I have to delete the overflow hidden part? Like, why would I want the overflow hidden? Why would I want that? Hold on. That's not funny. Tim does not look like loose cannon. You guys are fucking assholes. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, I'm going to react to it. Looks like Adam has officially fired Tam from No Jumper. Tam, don't worry about nothing. You know, I got your back, sis. Let's check it out.
She was that good at podcasting, right? Now, I mean, like, I think she was that good at podcasting, right? Now, I mean, like, obviously a lot of people are going to say, like, other people on the channel are not good or whatever. Okay, sure, fine. But I just didn't really think that, like, okay. I just didn't even feel like having a conversation with her about why things were like not really working out. I just like, you know, I seen her like doing all this shit with Dejon and everything, and you know, I just felt like, you know what, that is probably more your speed. I love that for you. I'm just gonna let you do your thing. You and Dejon stream, make content. It's good. I think that you found your duo. That's what I think. I think it's a good duo. As far as anything she got to say about me, I mean, I don't care at all in any way. So, pretty much all I got for you.
Okay. That was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought he was going to call her like a bitch or get disrespectful, and I was going to have to drive up to No Jumper and beat Adam 22's ass in front of everybody. But to me, that wasn't too disrespectful. The disrespect came from him calling me Dejon. My name is Dejon, you fucking Zionist. Dejon. D, motherfucker. D. Go back to fucking New Hampshire, man. But I appreciate the compliment. I do think that Tam found her perfect duo with me. He said we were a good duo. He wants to see us stream and make content. We was going to keep doing that regardless. I think the fault for Adam, he even admitted, I didn't feel like telling her. Like, that's poor leadership, because either Adam or Josh was supposed to give, out of respect and out of professionalism, was supposed to give Tam a call and say, hey, we'll no longer need you on the platform. Appreciate your time, but it's not working out. You know, we like for you to just keep doing your content with John. Best of luck. That would be professional. But we're expecting two idiots that hired a unlicensed felon to walk around No Jumper with a gun on his waist and be the security guard. We're expecting two people that covered up a crime and hired an unlicensed felon to be the armed security guard at No Jumper during the year of 2023-2024 to be professional enough to call Tam and let her know she's fired. So if they weren't professional enough to hire someone who's not an unlicensed felon to be the armed security guard at No Jumper, we definitely can't expect them to be professional enough to call Tam and let her know that she's no longer needed on the platform. For him to be talking about it on a stream 3-4 weeks into it, disgusting behavior. If I was Tam, I'd be pissed. I'd be ready to crash out. That's wrong. But again, outside of him calling me Dejon when my name is Dejon, he didn't really get too spicy with me. He must know my temperament these days is very short. So there's that. Tam will be here on Wednesday. I'll let her react to it. If she wants to keep it classy, I'm supporting her. If she wants to crash out, I'm supporting her. But either way, I know Tam's going to be all right. Tam, I'm working on Tam's show. Tam and I are building a set for her back there. And Tam is going to be doing her own show. I'm going to be behind the boards, producing the show. You might still hear me talking, but you won't see me on some like Josh type shit. I'm going to basically be her new Josh. And so we have a Tam show coming. It's going to be, we're going to film it up here, but we're going to drop it on the Welcome to Tam's channel. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So you'll hear more about that Tam solo show produced by Dejon Paul on Wednesday, and I'll let her react to all of that. Absolutely. Tam is too smart for No Jumper. No Jumper is full of failed rappers and middle-aged gang members. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to say Tam wasn't a good fit because I felt like her fit was bringing balance. So Tam isn't a good fit with the current landscape of No Jumper, but I felt like her being there brought some balance. It brought an intelligent black woman's perspective, but clearly they don't want an intelligent, self-sufficient black woman. They want crystal meth smoking black women or prostitutes and twerkers and porn stars. You know, that's what they want. They want junkies, you know, and hood rat hoes. That's what they want. They don't want to see a respectable, intelligent, articulate, well-spoken, fashion-forward sister on the platform. They just don't want that. And so you got to go where you're celebrated. You know, you got to go where you want it, where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. And now that Adam has communicated that she's fired and she's no longer there, Tam can move accordingly and focus on her own show. I came up with this idea for Tam to do her Welcome to Tam show. I said, girl, we got space. We got a full space. We got a full kitchen. We can do food content out there. Anything you want to do, let's use this building. We have this building for a reason. Let's use it. Let's build you a set in one of these corners. And even if it's this corner that y'all can't see, like there's different places for us to build a set specifically for Tam and let Tam do her thing. Tam's going to be interviewing artists and influencers and other podcasters and stuff and have her own setup and do her own thing. And I'm going to support her and I'm going to show them this is how you work with a black female that's intelligent and articulate. This is how you use her, because y'all obviously weren't using her right. Y'all couldn't even get the Thursday show to work with her. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Palm trees in the chat. Love to Tam, man. Much love to Tam. Salute. Salute to Tam, man. Salute. All right, what's next? Big sad on LA rappers using NorCal beats. Let's get to it before we do our Rolling Loud recap. Let's get to it. Where is it at?
If anybody we gonna sound close to, it's gonna be the Bay.
I've been seeing things also, people like on other podcasts and stuff, they saying like, oh, artists in LA are trying to sound like Northern California artists. Is that happening? Like, what do you think about that?
Honestly, I feel like I'm a big fan of Mesh, and I fuck with the Bay. So yeah, you know, it go both hand in hand. I feel like now that we have the YouTube and the internet, artists around the world, you can look at artists in Ohio and Florida and take a little bit of something from everybody. So I feel like that's what everybody in America kind of doing right now. Like for instance, the lean culture started in Houston, but you see people sipping lean all around America. So I feel like that's been going on for years, and it's still going on. You know, everybody just seeing something they might see on the internet, and they putting their own spin on it. So it's, you know, but nah, definitely though, man. We close. Them like our cousins. So for sure.
Shout out to Big Sad 1900 Dub Take. I agree with it. He's always been open and vocal about using NorCal beats, NorCal samples, having that NorCal vibe, that player pimp music. And I don't mean putting it in like it belonged to me, ratchet pimp music. I mean like player, roll a blunt. You feel me? Larry June cruising, player pimp music, old school undertones to his music. So there's definitely that there. I've been seeing a lot of rhetoric about how LA always historically copied The Bay, they want credit for the jerking sound, which became the ratchet sound, the YG sound, the mustard sound. They're saying that started from hyphy music in the Bay. The Bay has been on LA's head for the past few months. I even had a conversation with Mustard in the DMs. I'm like, bro, people keep tagging me saying that you stole they sound. And he was like, bro, I don't even acknowledge that shit. That's like beating a dead horse. They've been saying that about me my whole career. I just keep running up with hits and Grammys. And I'm like, I salute it. But if I ever do get a chance to do a sit-down interview, I have interviewed Mustard over the phone before. But if I ever get, and I've met him before, but if I ever get a chance to do like a sit-down interview with Mustard, I do want to encourage him to talk about those allegations because they've been accusing him of stealing their sound since the beginning of his career. They said the whole jerking sound, which Mustard was instrumental in, him and Sorry J Nari, came from the Bay. And I feel like there's a difference between hyphy and jerking. I don't know. So maybe it's just a perspective thing. Mustard beat up Mr. Fab over that. Put me on to something. I never heard of that. I never heard of that story. Sad favorite rapper is Messy Marv. Yeah, Big Sad always give it up. He always show love and pay homage to the Bay. Real quick, Big Sad has an album coming out on the 22nd. While I'm talking about this interview, I just want to show y'all the cover art and shout him out right quick. Colored by Emotion is out May 22nd. Damn, I can't see this track list. I know he has a record with Mark Lux, but I think that's going on Mark Lux's project. Mark Lux asked me to connect them. I did. Now they have a collab out. Hold on. I can't stand when I can't see shit, and I don't know how to zoom in. All right. Who's on this track list? Filthy Rich, Rucci, 310 Babies on a song called Passport Stamps. Okay, so this is coming out on Empire. The lead single is Midnight in Vegas. Oh, he got DJ Lombardi from Blue Bus Clan on a song called Race Car. I think I heard that one. I think I had that one. But all right, man. Shout out to Big Sad. Let's get to it. It's time to talk about Rolling Loud. We're doing a Rolling Loud USA recap. I do have somewhere to be. I do have a dinner to get to. So this will probably be our last topic or one of our last topics. Let's react to Rolling Loud USA. First off, you guys know I have been very adamant about there not being any LA rappers on the Rolling Loud USA lineup. Well, I am mistaken because there was in fact one LA rapper out of 100 performers. There was one LA rapper. His name is Easy Cody Lee. And I was not privy to him, but I saw that he was performing, and then I clicked on his page, and he is, in fact, from LA. So there was one LA rapper, Easy Cody Lee. This is him. He's from South Central by way of Inglewood. He did get to perform, and let's check out his performance. Okay, so he's obviously like a rocker, punk rock, rave type artist. Let's check out some more of his music.
1, 2, 3, 4, life. What the fuck? Only been scared, never been in luck. Only move forward, never been stuck. No white holes in this all black chalk. Whole lot of hate, but it's even more love. Whole lot of poses say here, yuck. They ain't had enough. Bitch, I'ma start to my fucking time off.
Okay, so very different. Again, this gentleman's name is Easy Cody Lee. He's from Inglewood / South Central. He went to Hollywood High School. I did my research on him. Had no idea that he was performing at Rolling Loud, but he did perform at Rolling Loud. So we got one LA rapper up there on the stage. Congratulations to him. Not my cup of tea musically, but it is interesting. It is different. He's not making left cheek, right cheek music. He's not trying to sound like Draco. So his originality is there. And I'll keep you abreast with his upcoming releases, and I'll try to reach out and get an interview with him soon and learn more about this young man because he does sound different. I would like to hear something a little more rappy and less rocky. Again, I'm not looking for a TikTok song or a Draco Lean song, but I do want something a little more rap and less rock rave. But if that's his bag, that's his bag. It's just not something I'm going to play in my car. I don't know about you guys. Y'all calling it punk rap? But this is proof LA rappers don't have to all stick to the same sound. Yeah, because look, the only LA rapper to get booked for Rolling Loud this year does not sound anything like West Coast hip hop. He sounds like a punk rock rapper. And I'm not telling LA rappers to go out there and make punk rock music. I'm just saying try something different and it might get far. And he got booked there Rolling Loud. So again, I'm going to reach out and try to get an interview with this guy because I like his energy. I like that he's different. I don't like his sound, but I like that it's different. Shout out to him. All right, let's react to what else? Like I got a bunch of Rolling Loud performances and content queued up. We just gonna rapid fire him. Baby Chief. What the fuck, man? I was trying to show you the clip of Baby Chief Do It performing. Hey, he looks like 12. Okay, energy was there though. Rakai gets booed off the stage. Why was he on the stage? Why is a streamer running around the stage? He should be backstage interviewing people and doing content with the rappers. They pay money. They want to see somebody get on stage and rap and perform. They don't want to see no fucking zesty streamer that cosplay as a girl all the time. They booed him right off the stage. Like, yeah, bye. Northwest, of all people performing, is crazy. I would have wanted my money back. Like the last thing I'm trying to see while I'm high and drunk is some little girl, Kanye's little child daughter performing. Big X the plug. Yeah. This is my anthem. The largest. All right, shout out Big X the plug. He was out there representing for us. Big niggas. YK Niece. I love her. She should have brought Pluto out. Her and Pluto need to squash their beef. I like them when they together. But shout out to her, one of the latest Atlanta female rappers right now. Osama Sun. You don't weigh no damn 300 pounds. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Okay, Osama Sun, familiar with him. Who else we got? Sexy Red with Niggas on Leashes. Lord have mercy. I'd rather her open up with, he want to hang with a bad bitch, she want to hang with a bad bitch, yeah. That's a song I want to see her perform. I think it's theatrical, the fact that she came out with Niggas on Leashes. It's better than her just walking out there doing nothing. So at least there's some energy and effort put into her presentation and the theatrics of the show, I guess. I don't know. All right, this is the one that went most viral. One of the most viral performances is from Trim, the Trim girl.
What's up, Trill? They just turned up to that motherfucker. What's up? How you feeling? You ready?
I was trying to be intimate with them, you know?
Oh, okay, my bad. If you ready to hear Bo, make some motherfucking noise. Well, turn the fuck up then. Go!
I wanna talk on a flop. Okay. She wanna talk on a flop. I wanna talk on a flop. I do not give a nigga, so what would you think that I keep at a house? I wanna talk on a flop. She wanna talk on a bout. I do not give a nigga, so what would you think that I keep at a house? All my niggas be waiting, she got these bitches, my niggas so cold. DJ, what's going on, DJ?
They did not rehearse with the DJ.
I just had to give y'all. Listen, I just wanted to give y'all a taste of what the princess does. You know, we do choreography.
She's calling herself
Over
the
here, we
princess of
giving out
rap.
performances.
She's calling herself the princess of rap. She's only been rapping for a year. I think that's hilarious. She has like 1 or 2 viral songs, and she's considered herself the princess of rap. Hilarious.
Did you know? Did y'all really? Come
I don't know.
with me.
They gotta really be ready. I don't know. If y'all really ready for this bullshit, make some motherfucking noise. I ain't gonna lie, Trev. I think they might be ready, sis.
Let's do it.
Go!
I wanna turn the flow.
Make some motherfucking noise.
Definitely Nicki coded.
I wanna turn the flow. I do not give a nigga, so why would you think that I care about a hoe? I wanna turn the flow. She wanna turn the flow. I do not give a nigga, so why would you think that I care about a hoe? All of my niggas be ready to shoot at these bitches, my niggas so cold. I told my brother to keep it 100, you suck your hand.
What you finna do?
Do it. He said he ready to send me a figure. I told him,
Show it.
my nigga posted on side of the block, you know he get the plastic when niggas act up.
All right, she might have some more work to do, a little bit more artist development. You know, cake, you take the cake out the oven, still not done in the middle, you put it back in the oven for a little longer. She might need that treatment, y'all. She might need that. Bossman D-Lo, let's check it out.
What pump do you have that out here? What do you need?
The blow up doll during Bossman D-Lo's performance is crazy, interesting. Black Boy Max, do a phone. Let's check it out.
But they can't answer my I tattoo my lunch for the fashion. Because I'm a streets man and paper. I'm worse than the fires in Cali. Let's go! Hey. Go! I got everything, I got that. Niggas think that niggas haven't seen shit. But they can't answer my
I mean, like, yeah, it was wrong for him to throw the phone into the crowd, but it's like he don't know who. Well, maybe he should have just left it there. Why would you throw your phone on stage? Like, it's different if you handed the phone to the artist. It's like you threw your phone on stage. He don't know who the phone belonged to, so he just throwing it back to the crowd. But I get how it's looked at as like hoe shit or diva shit, prima donna. So if you record something,
I'm worse than the fires in Cali.
and it just throws it back. I guess that's what you get for throwing your phone on stage. But yeah, Black Boy Max performed. Energy there. I don't really like his music too much. He need to turn his mic up. Also hate his face dermals. Can't stand him. Okay, let's close out with some weird shit that happened at Rolling Loud. Look at Skywater, y'all.
Alright, if you could have 3 artists to collab with, who would you pick?
SZA, Frank Ocean, Olivia Dean.
And what do you think is something that fans misunderstand about you?
I think people take my art for face value.
So who would you say is the real Sky?
I feel like I'm a lot of layers of different types of people, but I try and just teach people you don't have to really stick to any box, you know.
And if you weren't an artist, what would you be doing?
Probably like I want to really like program
pussy.
video games.
Oh, sick. If you made a video game, what would you want to make?
I want to do about my life now, I think.
Yeah.
And just like my spiritual journey and stuff.
That'd be beautiful.
That'd be cool.
We'd all play it.
Young Thug ruined hip hop with all this cross dressing, ultra cross dressing shit. You know, to each his own though, obviously do your thing, but that's crazy. And it's like niggas like this will look you in the eye and be like, oh, I'm not gay, I like bitches. But like you have on a bust down wig with terrible bangs, all these piercings, you talking all effeminate and zesty and stuff, crazy. Nigga look like Summer Walker, like if Summer Walker and Young Thug had a baby, like that's crazy. But it gets worse, y'all.
Yo, who we here with today?
A damn killer, Fiji. What's up?
How we doing? How we feeling?
What the fuck?
Good. I perform at 810 at Zigzag. Pull up.
You excited?
Today, Saturday.
Anything to say to the fans? What can we expect?
Everything. Just pull up. You gotta see.
You heard. Yo, who we here with today?
A damn killer, Fiji. What's up?
How we doing? How we feeling?
Good. I perform at 810 at Zigzag.
Yeah, I think this is buck breaking. Putting a black man in a pink long ass dress. I think this is buck breaking. I think this is an industry ritual. Like, oh, we'll give you a big advance. We'll give you more marketing push. Your career will go further. You'll get certain placements if you put on this dress and do this gay shit. Beyond gay shit. It's beyond gay. Do this cross-dresser shit, excuse me. Do this cross-dresser shit and present yourself as a woman. That's what I think. I think this is agenda driven. Or it could be freelance, but it's just still an agenda, but it's like, let's say it's not a label incentive. Let's just say the artist thinks, oh, if I go put on this dress, people are going to talk about me and my streams are going to go up and I'm going to get booked for more shows and I'm going to make more money to provide for my family, so I'm going to put on the dress. Either way, it's buck breaking, whether it's the label propositioning or it's self-voluntary buck breaking. But it is buck breaking when you see black men that identify. It'd be different if you was trans, but you have black men. These rappers don't be saying they gay, don't be saying they trans. They identify and they talk about fucking bitches and be having baby mamas, but y'all wearing lipstick, panties, thongs, heels, all the piercings, face piercings and nose rings, all of this shit. Dresses now. Well, dresses then because Young Thug had it on a dress because he had a stick. I don't fucking know. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, Black Boy Mac's been doing hella feminine shit lately. It's crazy, but then still identifying as a straight man. So it's just weird. I want to close out with, that's it for Rolling Loud. That's all I need to see. I want to close out with 2 new songs from some LA rappers. I'll get to the other topics, the Kevin Hart roast. We'll talk about that on Wednesday with Tam. Let's start with BG2 Janky. He has a new song called Tiny. Let's check it out. Yeah, man, like I said, LA rap is dead, man. That's bunk skunk. It's a few things I have to know. One, do your dance, fuck it up, shake it fast, all that shit, the lame, watered down YG Ratchet Family Tree shit. We over that. It's cooked, it's played out, it's not creative, it's not original. Lazy. The beat is also lazy. There's parts of the beats that catchy, like little quirky sounds, but the beat is just still basic. Like it needs to be elated, evolved, and more contemporary, brought to 2026. Also, LA rappers, please stop letting your homies ruin your song, because the song was like whatever with just Beezy. Then oh boy, I think his name was for Legendary or something. He let his homie get on the record with like a weak verse and like kill the record. And it's like Beezy kind of got a buzz right now because of the I Ain't Stutter record, him going viral with the whole parking lot situation during the Hood vlog. It's like you got a little buzz right now. You should be only working with notable or noteworthy rappers. if you're gonna have a feature on your record, it should have been somebody with some buzz, one of your contemporaries, not like a homie of yours we don't know. Like, you know, have him be the hype man, have him in the video, that's all cool, but letting him be the feature for this record, this up-tempo record that you're dropping at the top of summer, which could potentially be your buzz single, not my cup of tea, but this could be your buzz single, but you letting your homie ruin it. Yeah, no. Next up, I want to show you guys this 310 Baby snippet. I think it's called like Ice Cream Paint Job or something. Let's check it out.
To this day, I seen a nigga bitch and I can't ride. Okay, cream on the inside, cream on the outside. Ice cream, paint job. The kid walked in, till these pussy niggas take five. What the fuck wrong? Shit, I'm far from the safe side. Cream on the inside, cream on the outside. Just gotta text your bitch next and she outside. I'm in the air, I fuck the baddest on the south side. You could only suck his dick if your mouth wide. Right now, I'm the weatherman. So it's only right I wet him up. If you got a money plate, shit, let's set it up. I'm going crazy, and I don't plan on letting up. Wet him up, 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 wet him up. I'm going crazy, and I don't plan on letting up. Bitch, I'm the weatherman, it's only right I wet him up. Black truck, what the fuck is ventilation? Orange in the crib, high Q, immigration.
All right, that is another record that doesn't sound the best to me. Got a somewhat catchy hook, gonna work with the younger demographic, I'm sure. It's lively, it's turned up. I just wish it was more lyrically impressive. I understand he's young, but Lil Wayne was dropping fire verses 15, 16, 17. So was Foxy Brown. So was a lot of legendary MCs. Nas was 17 live at the barbecue, so it's no excuse. And if he's not able to come up with anything lyrically impressive, get some ghostwriters for 310 Baby so that he could be known for his verses and not just for coming up with a catchy TikTok hook and song. Yeah, it's like that. The beat be saving these LA rappers. Yeah, and I feel like the beat also limits the music, but it goes up on TikTok, so they fuck with it. Last thing I'm gonna say before I get out of here, because I do have a dinner to go to. Tweet of the week. We're gonna close this show with tweet of the week. Tweet of the week is from me. I got a tweet going crazy right now on the timeline. I said, LA is literally full of fake YGs and fake Dracos. All the left cheek, right cheek, shake it fast, tooted up, ratchet rappers are YG wannabes. And all the lean sipping, mumbling, foreign whip crashing, shooter op tough dudes are Draco wannabes. And I feel like that's facts. Now, of course, there's artists that don't fit in either box, but for the most part, like the two songs we just played, the 310 Baby record, the Beezy record, all the dance-driven TikTok songs, that's watered down YG music. That comes from the YG jerking era, mixed with rap, mixed with a street element or more raunch and a little bit of bounce. That's how you get ratchet. So YG, Joe Moses, Problem, Tyga, if you water that down, if you continue to water that down, you get Chef Boy, you get Lil Vader, you get 310 Baby, you get that record Beezy 2 Janky just dropped. So there's that. And then you have the Draco tree. And if I'm not gonna say water down, but like people that come from that is Blue Bus Clan, Rimble will fall underneath that card. And then all of these, like all of the other Stink Team rappers, OTM, all the way down to the music I get submitted to all the time, the music that people submit to me rather all the time. That falls under the Draco sound when they're mumbling and foreign whip crashing and sipping lean and chinks this, lean that, and just the overtures that we always get from these up and coming or brand new LA rappers. I feel like those are the two main family trees. Maybe I'll make a meme or something and break it down even further, put like more names and faces on it. But in my opinion, those are the main two sounds you're getting from LA. You're gonna get watered down fake YG or watered down fake Draco. And so let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. We're going to end this stream now. Thank you to everybody who tapped in. I got to go. I'll be here Wednesday to talk with Tam about Adam officially firing her and seeing what her plans for the future are. Peace.